My name is Ali, and in the next 5 minutes, I'll be refuting a claim by Brittany, which says that the failure to declare English the official language of the United States has caused many problems. And I'll be responding to the opponent's secondary claims as I go through. The first secondary claim was that a multilingual government is not cheap. And I think this is a hasty generalization because she says that there's $33 million being spent in the Los Angeles election in March 2002, and that the ballots were actually printed in 7 different languages. Well, I want to respond to the 7 different languages part because that ballot measure actually helps in guaranteeing the accurate results from the voters themselves. Because people from various backgrounds will come on and come out to vote rather than staying at home since they do not understand or are not fluent in English. And a recent UCLA study shows that the $33 million being spent on elections is actually an average which is being held on since 1980. And my question is, since it is an average and it's not really changing, and there's no actual study proving that if we actually remove the 7 different languages on the ballots, would that actually decrease the cost of spending money on these elections or hiring multilingual poll workers to help the bilingual people or those who don't understand English? The secondary claim is that the bilingual education is problematic. And here I really have to disagree with her because what once seemed obvious about bilingualism, for example, that it handicaps children's cognitive growth, has usually been proven unfounded. Since the 1980s, research has shown that multiple language skills do not confuse the mind. Quite the contrary, when well developed, they seem to provide cognitive advantages, according to a memorandum on Reed Institute press release, which was published on the NRC report, actually. And then the other thing is that I would like to question the credibility of her statement because she talks about being spent $100 million, which were actually spent on a study on bilingual education, only to find out that it is less effective than English immersion programs. But I found out yesterday that the most sophisticated evaluation study to date, a 4-year longitudinal study which was of 2,000 Spanish-speaking students in 5 states, which is California, Arizona, Nevada, and Missouri, they found that the developmental bilingual programs proved superior to English-only immersion programs according to the longitudinal study of structured immersion strategy. And these programs were actually done in high schools. And that is in programs that stress native language skills, students' growth in English reading and mathematics continue to increase long after it had leveled off among their peers in the other program. And then she talks about having a segregated environment among people if there is a bilingual class. I totally disagree with that because bilingual education will only help in fostering better relationships amongst peers by breaking the barriers of various stereotypes. Taxpayers and governments are of course faced with the burden, but we continuously see results being proven through various programs across the nation. And this is actually a quote from Jim Cummins, who works for the California State Board of Education. This is because he shows that a higher literacy rate is actually found in California as those compared to Oregon, where these programs are not implemented in their high schools. Her third claim is that language barriers are safety hazards. And the example she gave about the immigrant was actually what I thought a value claim. But I will respond to it through the factual claim that, generally speaking, according to the federal government Board of Employment, and this is coming from the federal government, that work-related accidents that cause cessation of work have fallen gradually and consistently since 1984. They have almost halved. A notable fact is that manufacturing industry and construction have witnessed a sizable fall in the number of accidents, from 10,000 incidents last year to about 5,000 this current year. Why is this happening? Employers want to train their employees in their native languages. When employees understand the tasks they are required to do without the language barriers, they do a better job and are more responsible and profitable for the employer. Safety and morale are also improved. A recent study shows at Texas Tech that safety signs in various languages have been posted across various industries and are being done with a great care and informing their employees who are bilingual and who do not speak English fluently about the hazards and risks of their work. To end on a light note, I think bilingualism is here to stay. Just by declaring an official language doesn't really mean everyone will comply with the standard. It would take extensive amounts of time and work to get us to that point where everyone is fluent in English. We are a nation of immigrants and are a proud nation that does not discriminate against race, sex, heritage, or language. In a society which is filled with equal opportunity, declaring English as an official language would not only be detrimental to the economy, but would rather also foster ill feelings amongst our fellow Americans and deny our First Amendment right of freedom of speech. Hope you have a great day.